Everything you would want in a weeknight meal is contained right there in one individual serving. Grain bowls are fast, convenient, healthy, and balanced. So, of course, Kristin Andrus is behind this concept. She serves them often. She's here to share why you should, too. So how often do you have grain bowls at the Andrus household?
You know, we have them a lot. And this week, I am committed to doing them every night. Okay, I know that sounds alarming, right?
Night?
Every night, but they're going to be so different. So that's what you have to remember is one night, like we had one actually last night, I took a picture of it. And then, you know, let's say I have the salmon one tonight. It's completely different than my chicken fajita protein bowl or grain bowl that I did last night. So no one would even think like, Mom, why are we having the same thing? Or
right.
It's just a completely different thing.
No one's getting bored.
No,
but
no,
essentially, it's your dinner plate in a bowl,
right.
Although it feels way more creative and way more fun this way.
Yes, and you can be creative. And sometimes people ask me a lot, like, are your kids eating what you're eating? This way they can kind of pick what they want on it. So what I love to do, and what I did last night, I'm not a meal prepper. I find it stressful.
Which shocks me, because
I
you're
know,
so just prepared.
But I'm the kind, like, I want to like run to the store because I'm really in the mood for something that night.
Okay.
So it doesn't make any sense, but I'm not a big meal prepper. But with a grain bowl type of situation, I'm actually more of a meal prepper because I don't have to know that for sure I'm doing this tonight. I have a bunch of veggies that I've roasted. I have a bunch of grains, and we'll kind of go through each one. So today, around 4 o'clock, I can say, I have all of this done, and I can kind of put it together how I want it.
It totally speaks to your style of cooking, which is creative. You're able to be a creative chef, but it's still simple, it's still mom-friendly, all of it. So we do start with the grain options.
Yeah, so we start with the grains, and what I would suggest doing is making a bunch. So if you're gonna make brown rice, here's brown rice. I would make enough for like at least two dinners.
Okay.
You could also serve it, you know, as a side another night, but I would make mass quantities. I wouldn't make enough rice or whatever we're doing just for one night. I would definitely make it at least enough for two.
Okay.
So then we have quinoa. Now I have to tell you the secret. These are either frozen brown rice or those quinoa packets that you get that you just tear open a little bit, you put them in the microwave for 90 seconds.
Okay, I've been tempted by those.
And yeah.
It's still fluffy, it's still the rice.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of them are flavored with some garlic and different yummy stuff. They're still totally healthy, but they save you from doing the stovetop thing all the time. So actually none of this, the rice, frozen brown rice, I'm such a big fan of, and the quinoa was in those packets, and it has a little bit more flavor than you could do.
Did you just call it Bryce? I think you just made up a word.
Brown rice.
The Bryce.
It's been one of those days.
I know, I get
already.
it. I like
it. 11 a.m.
Noodles and options.
Okay, so this is whole wheat noodles.
Okay.
I don't do noodles a ton, but if I am going to do it, I stick to whole wheat pasta.
Yes, keep it healthy.
Kids love pasta. That's a good one. Sweet potato. Now, I am obsessed with sweet potato. I put it in everything, and I would actually, in my grain bowl, I would actually do, like last night, I did brown rice and I did sweet potato amongst some other stuff.
You cube it up?
You know what? I actually just kind of cut it in half. I put it in there. You could cube it. You could just do it like that. I think baking them is so easy. Last night, I baked like 8 sweet potatoes, and so that I'll use those, incorporate them throughout the week.
Just heat them up.
Into our dinner. Yes. Absolutely. And they heat up so well.
All right, that's step one. What's our next category?
Okay, and then we have veggies.
Okay.
And I think this is the like fail-proof way of cooking veggies. $4.25 with a little bit of olive oil, avocado oil, whatever kind of oil that you like, a light oil, I would say, a little bit of salt and pepper at $4.25 for like 15 or 20 minutes. I did all of these veggies just like that.
At the same time?
At the same, I actually had 2 different sheet pans, But yeah, at the same time. So you literally could meal prep dinner for these grain bowls all week. And once again, Brussels sprouts is gonna be so different than squash and onions, right? The other thing is you buy those like pre-chopped veggies. To me, money is time and time is money, right?
Amen.
So if I'm gonna invest in myself and my family, I'm gonna spend a little bit of extra spiralized, you know, sweet potatoes. I'm not doing those on my own, but I will spend an extra $1 or $2 so that I have a ton of veggies that week for my family. So I would highly suggest having some pre-chopped, pre-done. You can stick them in the oven and they're done in no time.
Just the arrangement of this makes them look 10 times more appetizing.
I know, totally, and they're ready to go. You stick them in, and they're so different. And you know, some kids love some don't like the others. So having some choices
options
is good. Yes.
Okay, entering Kristin's favorite category, protein.
Oh my gosh, and I actually call these protein bowls because I go protein heavy. You can go, you know, whatever you like, veggie heavy is probably the best thing, right, to do. So what I also like to do last night, I made some salmon, I made some chicken. Of course, I'm doing all mine on the Traeger because that's what we do. Some pork tenderloin. They say like the other white meat or whatever. It's low fat. Pork is, if you don't dry it out, it is such a good another chicken alternative. Sometimes we get sick of like rotisserie chicken, but salmon or fish, so healthy.
Sometimes I get nervous to put another chicken dish in front of my husband. He's like, really? Can we mix it up a little
you know
bit?
what? But yeah, do different seasonings or herbs or whatever like that. But chicken is the way to go. But pork tenderloin, so easy. I would definitely do that. Salmon, fish, always the way to go. Beans, you know, if you don't do meat, and eggs, you know me. I am like, put an egg on it. Whether it's hard-boiled eggs or, you know, eggs in a saute pan. I put eggs on protein bowls all the time. Okay,
cruise us through the toppings and then we'll get into some combinations.
Okay, so I think Stephanie and I were talking and it was like, well, and then what kind of sauces? And I'm like, no, I don't ever do sauces on these.
No sauce.
I'm kind of not a believer in sauces. I think they add a lot of calories and extra fat that you don't need. If you have fresh, healthy food, and then you add things like scallions or green onions, you add some arugula with some lemon juice. I really wanted to bring lemon and limes. I'm such a fan of like a big squeeze of lemon, a little dash of olive oil, some salt and pepper, some cilantro, any kind of herbs, avocado. Oh my gosh, I put avocado on everything.
So we're going sauceless.
Fresh, pico. Yeah, all of these are low calorie or, you know, very, very low calorie, low sugar, low fat, and a little bit of seasoning.
I'm feeling inspired.
I know.
You are inspiring.
You really don't need
Tell
a
us
big
about some of the combinations really quickly.
Yeah, so I love adding some arugula or some lettuce so that it is kind of a grain bowl, but it's also, you get some greens in there. You could add spinach, you could do, you know, normal lettuce. This is a cauliflower fried rice, which I love. You add a little, this one would be yummy to add some soy sauce or some, you know, coconut aminos. So once again, I literally just make these up because I feel like this combination could go good together. And I really don't think that you could have a bad combination necessarily.
You say that and I believe you when I see these beautiful pictures.
I really believe that.
Here's a salmon bowl with some extra veggies.
Brown rice, salmon, once again, a little bit of soy sauce, some lime juice or lemon juice, cucumber. Like, look how much veggies are in there. You have a little bit of brown rice and salmon. That is so healthy. I can't think of anything healthier for your family.
And this is kind of a Tex-Mex.
Yeah, so this is a Tex-Mex. Once again, if you had each of these 3 nights in a row, completely different, right? You wouldn't feel like, oh, we're doing this again. So quinoa, beans are so healthy, so good for you. Corn, frozen corn, canned beans, like none of this was hard. I have to admit, it was actually all really easy. A little avocado, some salsa, and you're not missing sauce. You're not missing like, I need a big thing of creamy, whatever.
Would we serve single size or would we do one big bowl and let everyone kind of
You know, I tend to do single size. But you could do a big bowl. That would be fun. For my family, it'd be like a bowl this big.
You'd need a big bowl at your table. This is the exciting part. This is just the kickstart of inspiration. I understand you're taking your own self-induced challenge of grain bowls all week, protein bowls all week, and you're doing an Instagram series.
Yes, so all week, I started it last night, and I'm going to show you guys different ways. And last night on my Instagram, I said, go and buy all of these things, like 5 to 8 things. And I said, we are going to make grain bowls, protein bowls every night out of these ingredients.
I love it. We are cooking along with Kristin all week over at Kristin Andrus, right?
Yes.
We'll link you over from our website so you can follow along this fun challenge and mix up dinner at your house too. Thanks always for the ideas. We appreciate it.